What's poppin'? I hate that intro already, but we're gonna roll with it because I am not actually the owner of this channel.
No, I am. All right, hey guys, me, welcome back. So we didn't film inside Soda City Comic Con this year. Instead, what we've got is part of what we did last year, where we went over what we got from the Comic Con. Went over all our, I'd say, some cool stuff that we got.
We did,
and some free merchandise / swag, as you would say, because
I would not say swag.
He would say swag.
I'm not that ironic.
He is totally into that. All right, so let's go ahead and show you guys what we saw over there in Columbia's Soda City Comic Con. First thing I gotta say is Tori, who did not want to be in the video, she's in a mood today, won this lunchbox. I almost said backpack. Wow, I'm really off. Yeah. I don't know how she did it. I was still in line for something. And she just spun a wheel or something and got this pretty cool lunchbox to go.
That was the big prize, too. I didn't see what the other prizes were, but they were a whole bunch of drawstring bags.
I like it. It's metal. Reminds me of when I was a kid.
Who did we buy these from?
We just bought, I don't remember which. There were a bunch of vendors selling comic books, which is, as Comic Cons have gone on throughout the years, less and less comic books have been getting sold. It's been more about TV shows, movies, and whatnot. So I was really glad to see that Soda City incorporated a lot of the local comic book stores. And when I say local, like from Columbia all the way out to like 90 miles away from here. These guys came down, or up in some cases, to sell comic books here. And we got a pretty good deal with some of these.
I believe we have roughly 20 here. I remember someone doing the math yesterday, but we got a few Marvel comics because, of course, you got to have Marvel. We got a whole bunch of DC.
Got to get some what ifs.
A lot of DC. Like, holy cow, this is a pretty good looking cover, too, for DC.
Yeah.
I am holding these awkwardly.
The girls want to do some kind of crafts with some of the comic books, so they picked them up based off the covers.
And then the other one we got, I honestly have no idea what to call these, because, you know, you got stuff like Archie, right? Everyone loves Archie. I've never heard of Little Dot.
That is old.
And I'm going to assume Debbie is a spin-off of Archie, maybe? Date with Debbie?
Somebody filled out the back of this. Wow.
There's also Sugar and Spike, which, okay. And then yet another Archie. So, yeah.
Sugar and Spike. Yeah. Never mind the front. I like the back.
Lots of interesting comics. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about all these old comics. I have a whole bunch of what-ifs in my room from, like...
From my age.
About. And, like, one of the interesting things about them is just the advertisements in them, because you'll flip through them. Let's see if I can find one.
I just saw Vampirilla in here. I didn't know she was that old.
There's a subscription for Archie.
Why is Vampirilla selling something in... Okay, let me look and see when... This is from 1971, this comic right here. And Alex doesn't know who Vampirilla is.
I do not.
Apparently she's hanging around with Frankenstein's monster.
I have found Pineapple Fatheads. I don't know if that gives any of y'all a nostalgia trip, but hey, pineapple. See?
No, I'll put it on my pizza.
Alright, now that we're done discussing wrong opinions.
Alright, so before Alex gets all giddy and fanboyish on his stuff,
I was going to save this for last.
I want to show. So, I bought some stuff from this artist last Comic-Con, and I saw that she was selling pins this year, so I had to get each of the kids their own little pins. And I love her little art style. It was Haru Studios. So I've got Sombra from Overwatch. That's yours. I've got Diva from Overwatch,
Boink.
which Tori will take. And then Sailor Mercury, which the oldest will take.
Alrighty, before I dive in to perhaps my highlight of this convention, are we going to talk about the posters first?
Yeah, I guess we should go over the posters real quick. All right, so these were the free posters at all the local television stations. They sponsored the Soda City Comic Con, so they were giving out stuff. And like I said, we won the lunchbox, but we also got posters from ABC. So you can see that we got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Not just one poster, but we got the
3, 4?
No, 4. We got 2 posters for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And this was this past season where it was all Ghost Rider, and Ghost Rider was a pretty cool character to have in there. I don't know if you watched it.
Was it still Nicolas Cage?
No, it's not Nicolas Cage.
He was the Ghost Rider in the movie.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. All right, so from Fox, we got the Gotham poster. I haven't watched the last season of Gotham, so I need to catch up on that. But they had this new poster, and this was pretty cool. It's X-Men related, but I was feeling around on here and noticed that it was a little raised, so I was checking it out, and this is a glow-in-the-dark poster, and our Tori will take this and probably put it up in her room. And I think that takes care of it for the TV stations. But one last set I do want to show before we go into our purchased art was down in the video game area. They were giving away posters, and we were too late for Pokemon. Oh, we just made the cat flask go back.
We'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah. Ah! All right, we'll put you that way. There were 2 Prey posters that I was able to pick up.
If I recall correctly, Prey is a horror game, but it slipped under my radar when it came back out.
Not really a horror game, but it's fun. I enjoyed the first one.
Who is it made by?
Bethesda made this one.
Is it like a spin-off of something? Because there's not Prey. What am I thinking of? What's that game with the ghost girl? Like her name is Alma or something.
Fatal Frame?
No, not that.
Silent Hill?
Don't say Resident Evil.
Skullgirls?
Nope, that's not a horror game.
It is a horror game to me.
It's just
Killed Street Fighter.
Fear, maybe? Not Fear.
No, Fear hasn't been around for a while.
That is the game with the ghost girl, though, right? Whatever. Rambling.
All right, since you can't remember, go ahead, show your stuff.
All right, so this is not my stuff. However, there's an artist by the name of Chris Wharton. I forgot what his studio name is. What is it?
Salamander Studio.
Salamander Studios. He does a lot of cool crossover stuff. So as you can see here, got Cheshire Cat, and we got My Neighbor Totoro's bus cat thing. Totoro, sorry.
Bus cat thing, huh?
Yeah, it's a bus cat. It's a cat and it's a bus. On top of that, we got Gravity Falls and Where the Wild Things Are. It's just cute.
Yeah.
You know, knowing Gravity Falls nature in the show, I honestly would not be surprised if that crossover had happened. And then lastly, I don't think this one's a crossover. I mean, maybe it is, you know, real life and fantasy. But it's just kitties playing Dungeons and Dragons.
I don't see Blinks, a time-traveling cat, in there.
That is such an obscure reference.
It's not that obscure.
It's decently obscure. Anywho, yeah, it's just cats playing Dungeons and Dragons. That's cute.
All right. Well, nope, not that one. That's a surprise for somebody. So we saw this just laying around, and it was in canvas form, which was too much worse, but we saw the print form like this, and it was all the horror people scaring.
Or getting ready to kill college girls.
Yeah. We thought that was a really good one to get. I think that was by C&B Toys. I think they were the ones selling it. Now, this is by Adam Cozart. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. This is his take on the Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Absolutely love it because it's the zombie apocalypse. And then on the other side, also bought the Disney Princesses Fighting. Now, we have a similar art piece like that when we were in the Austin Comic-Con, and it was by a different artist altogether.
It was like Princess Brawl or something. Not the artist, but that's what the pieces were called.
Yeah, and it was like a 4-piece art set.
You'd hang the pictures up together and it'd form a bigger picture.
And then we picked up this one by Greg Bo Watson, one of the artists for the
Grimm
Fairy Tales.
Yeah. I didn't even know that. I just saw the art style and it reminded me of that series.
Yeah, he had a lot of stuff, but my wife knows I always liked the 50s pinup look, but she was the one who actually picked this one out. She liked the way this looked. And I don't know if it's because of the rabbit and the Cheshire Cat or what, but since we both agreed, pick this one up.
Okay. So, in my few years living in this state, every time we've gone to Soda City Comic Con, there's been an artist there. And for some reason, I just, really like her art style. I don't know if it's visually... I mean, it is visually appealing. But it's very... It's probably a combination of the things that, she draws the things I like Ace Attorney, Skullgirls, Street Fighter... whatever that Lloyd Irving guy is from. I don't like that if I don't know what his game is. But that game series, Twin Tail guys, Twin Sword guy, whatever. I'm rambling. I don't know if it's a combination of that or just the art style, how it's very defined and everything's got a nice...
It's clear and pleasing to the eye.
Yeah. But this year, finally got 2 pieces of art from the artist. Her name is Zip Zap Zizzle. And the first piece I got was Sarabella from Skullgirls that we've mentioned a few times. She is my main in that fighting game, along with Robo Fortune and Beowulf if I'm feeling lucky. Big Band if I just want to play bad characters.
If you play 4 characters, how do you main one?
Because it's in Skullgirls, you can either pick 1 character, 2 characters, or 3 characters. It's like the ratio system in Capcom versus SNK.
Super geeky.
Anywho, I main Cerebella. She's like a grappler, but she's interesting. She doesn't have any 360 motions unless it's for her super, if I remember correctly. But on top of that, she's got a command grab for just about any situation. So not only does she have an air grab, not only does she have a regular grab, she has a dashing grab, she has a backwards Hadoken grab, which has slightly more range, and you can combo into it from medium punch. You can do, I think I mentioned the anti-air grab already. What else? There's a... Point is, she's a grappler character, and I like grapplers. I especially like grapplers that don't look like grapplers, because, you know, you play a fighting game and you expect the big, bulky guys like Potemkin and Iron Tiger to be the grapplers. But then there's characters like Cerebella, or even, I guess Big Band is kind of, not really, he's more like Q. Point is, I like grapplers.
Why is she wearing arms on her head?
Because she works in a circus, and that hat is part of her routine.
That's a hat.
That's a hat.
That's not some voodoo witchcraft thingy?
Its name is Vice Versa. I don't remember the full story behind it, because Skullgirls never got an official story mode.
That's a hat.
The original plan for Skullgirls was that they were going to fund some characters like Parasol, Venus, and whatever the other goddess chick is named. And then they would have an official campaign, and that was never reached, so yay! And the second piece I got was Ling and Lanfan from Full Metal Alchemist. In my opinion, Brotherhood is better than the original since it's closer to the original manga. But it's, I don't know why, but it's kind of hard to find Full Metal Alchemist stuff in these conventions. I don't know if it's just like Dragon Ball is so popular around here, because it is, or if it's more like, you know, the anime of the month is popular. Like I saw a lot of My Hero Academia. I know years ago we saw a lot of Tokyo Ghoul. You know, just a lot of popular stuff that popped up every now and then. Attack on Titan is still kind of big because it recently
There's
got
no
season
kind
2.
of. We saw plenty of cosplayers out there.
There were lots. That's probably because season 2 just popped out, though. Like, a lot of the people don't read, they watch, which I can't be judging them for because I watch JoJo's instead of read it. But I talked to Miss Zip Zap Zizzle a little bit about just stuff like fighting games. I know we were talking about the PlayStation 4, and I was like, yeah, I haven't really played a lot of Street Fighter 5, but I played a bit of it. I really like it. I like Zangief in it. And she was telling me, oh yeah, you gotta get a PlayStation 4 because that Dragon Ball FighterZ is coming out soon, made by the same people behind Guilty Gear. And as she was telling me this, she even gave me a free Zangief button. She didn't have to do that. And she signed the stuff, and it's just, she's a great person, so y'all should probably go support her. Zip Zap Zizzle once again, ZIP ZAP ZIZZLE on Instagram, Twitter. I know she has a portfolio website. It's linked in her bios. Yeah.
Did you just drop your pin?
Shush.
Okay, so one of the other things we saw, and Amanda was big on this, was there was a artist slash writer there, and these are 2 of his books that he has. Is this the one? Yeah. This one had a very cute premise. It's a dog who's very fascinated with his tail, which is why he is wearing a cone and he's trying to solve a mystery. This one is the artist's take on the Tortoise and the Hare. And he has a 3rd book that he's trying to get kickstarted. And it's, I guess his company is Imagination. Oh, okay, wow, just saying that out loud, that made a lot more sense. Okay.
I can't remember. He told us a little bit about his story for the 3rd book, but I can't remember what it was, and now I feel bad.
But I saw that he had a TeePublic thing, so I'm going to have to check that out because we have bought quite a few shirts from TeePublic. The last few things that we picked up was a Space Cat flask.
Mm-hmm. Me and Tori are going to be using that.
Lady Renee can't put fruit juice in this, only liquor. Okay. So you guys cannot use that.
We're gonna find a way to use it for a Rick and Morty costume.
Now the funny thing is, the wife picked this out, but when you look at what is available from these guys, the colors pop on all the character torsos that they have on here.
I'd get Goku or Spike Spiegel.
I would have picked up Starscream because I really like the way the Transformer one looked. It looks like it came straight from the cartoon. And speaking of Transformers, I was able to pick up a toy that I haven't taken them out of the plastic yet. Pick up a toy that I had as a kid, and throughout the ages, I just lost at first his Canon on top, and then I just lost him. So it was nice to get this guy for a very good price. I remember when these guys were first going on to eBay, you'd have to spend up about $50 to $100 for them, and I only got them for like $10 now. And got to mention that I saw the card for Nerds of Apocalypse. I didn't see them out there, but I remember that they were doing a live feed last year, right outside the exhibitions hall.
That's a podcast, right?
Yeah, it's a podcast. They do a YouTube channel.
I think I accidentally walked into their panel one year. I think.
Oh, is that when you were ushering?
That may have been when I was ushering, or last year. But I remember seeing it, along with the Furry Conga line, but whatever.
Our local roller derby was there too. They were handing out koozies and telling everybody about the auditions for kids from ages 5 to 18, I think, and then for women 18 and over to try out.
I'm not gonna lie, I saw the roller derby people, and they were all really buff, and they were women, and they reminded me of that King of the Hill episode where, what's her name, Luann joined the roller derby team? No, that was Peggy. Or both of them did. Whatever. Reminded me of that episode. I thought it was like some physical beating each other up while skating. I'm glad to be wrong.
One of the participants of the roller derby team had an excellent Aurora tattoo on her shoulder right there. I absolutely loved the way it looked. And then the final thing I think I should add is, even though we don't have anything from Super Sweets, apparently that was the best chocolate everybody in this family had, like, for weeks.
It was good chocolate. We had some yesterday, and it did not last to see the sun.
No. So that is what we got. Absolutely loved the way the Soda City Comic Con was going. Hope they keep this going. Oh, we saw Hacksaw Jim Duggan, childhood hero, wrestler. It was great to meet him.
You could buy a plank of wood and make him sign it.
Yeah, I couldn't bring my piece of wood that I had with me in Iraq. Security said no, but I could buy one of his, which was like real little, and I'm like, that's not quite the same thing. Alrighty.
Yeah, I think that concludes it about.
Alrighty. So if you went to Soda City Comic Con, let us know down below what you liked about it. Maybe the creators of Soda City Comic Con will see this and go, hey, maybe we could improve on it. Or I thought it was pretty good, so I don't think there's much to improve on it. I thought last year's was really good, and I didn't think they could make it even better, and yet somehow they did.
I will say, I don't know, I can't remember the last time it popped up, but just to keep things, I think they took extra measures to be child friendly, because I remember at least, I think it was a few years ago when I was working there was a not safe for work section.
NSFW?
Yeah. Point is, there was a section there. It must have been a small vendor, but like it was very uncomfortable to walk through when I was trying to show people which way to go through. So I would often just kind of walk around it and be like, let's ignore. Don't look to the right. Ignore all those sticky notes. But yeah,
I never saw it, so I don't know. Alrighty. So if you like what we got, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Till next time. Bye.